Welcome to the Golden Storyteller. Hi, my name is Rex, your host, and I am doing this project as a somewhat of a family pet project, but I think it has some opportunities to have legs in addition to my own stories about the place I'm from, Golden, Colorado. I'm doing this series of shows. While I have two other shows that I do out there, I'm doing this as kind of a pet project for my family mostly. I lost my father 5 years ago. It's 2018 right now. We lost my father to Alzheimer, which is a terrible way to go. And unfortunately, I wasn't uh, smart enough or I had the foresight to really record his life. Now, I'm not doing this because I'm anybody important. I'm not doing this because there's some big ego associated with it. I just missed the fact that I have all these great memories of my father, but I don't know everything. And so, not that I'm going to tell you everything on this podcast and show series, but this really is a series designed to help my kids and my posterity, my family, understand my life a little bit and who I am, what contributed to the whole experience of Rex, if you will, and the stories of my life and the people around me. So there will be some stories about my personal life. I expect to talk to all kinds of friends from my hometown and people I grew up with, adding their stories into the series just to kind of get a glimpse of the contributions. There are over 7 billion people walking the planet today. And I feel blessed that I have the resources and the opportunity to share some of these stories. And not that my story is any different than the other 7 billion plus people, but I think that there's something to be learned from everybody, and I think that there's an opportunity for us to experience the human condition. So, in this opening podcast show that I'm doing, I want to basically introduce you to myself, the place I'm from, and mostly the place I'm from. I was born and raised in Golden. I was born in 1965. My parents moved to the Golden area because my father was a Colorado State patrolman. That was a good portion of his career growing up. Just on the edge of Golden, it's actually over in Pleasant View, is Camp George West, which is the major Colorado State Patrol depot or headquarters, and actually the headquarters and stuff. So the cars were parked there at the time, and the training and the offices for the State Patrol were there. So my dad was headquartered out that. So that's why Golden was a choice. Now, a little bit about Golden. It's a special town. It's a really unique setting. Now, I know if you're listening out there in Kansas and Nebraska, or who knows wherever in the world, that you may not understand the uniqueness of this because we all think where we grew up is unique, and that is true. But what's really neat about Golden is it's a small valley that is on the west side of Denver, and it is geographically separated from the Denver metropolitan area. And even though today it's considered a suburb of Denver, Golden is separated by the two Table Mountains, South Table Mountain and North Table Mountain. South Table Mountain's pictured here if you have the opportunity to see this on YouTube. And it's a valley. And when I grew up, Golden was approximately about 15,000 people. In 2018, it's roughly around 20,000 people. But the town won't get any bigger because it's geographically locked. It can't get any bigger unless they start to build up the sides of the mountains because of the geography. And so it's a special place. It's this valley, the great climate, 4 seasons in Colorado, spectacular views. Now, I picked Castle Rock here as kind of my, I don't know if it's a brand, but the Castle Rock is right there in Golden. And it's infamous around the world because the picture of Castle Rock was used for the longest time on Coors, on the entire company, but I think it's only on Banquet Beer now, the Castle Rock. It's old, interesting history, and there's some stuff we'll go into that later about the entire history. But Golden was founded in 1858 as a mining supply camp during the gold rush in Colorado. It grew from a small tents and an encampment from along the banks of Clear Creek into the town that it is today. And it's a great little place to be from because it's a small town community, but it's right on the edge of Denver. So the metropolitan area, Denver, approximately 3 million now, but here you have this little hamlet of 20,000 people and lots of adventures because of the geography with at the base of Mount Zion, where the Colorado School of Mines has their M for mines on it. So Golden is the home of Colorado School of Mines. It's home of the Coors Brewery, which was established in the late 1800s. I'll talk about that someday. And it's home to a lot of unique little small companies, and they still have the Arch in downtown Golden. Welcome to Golden, where the West remains, or West lives. I'm sorry, getting the right description. It used to be Howdy Folks, welcome to Golden, where West lives. But welcome to Golden. Welcome to the Golden Storyteller. And I'm excited to share these stories with my family and friends and those associates. And I think this can go to a lot of different places. Being the fact that I'm on several other cross media shows, I just thought this would be a fun pet project for my family. So, welcome to the Golden Storyteller. Tune in as we add we, me, and me. I always speak in the plural for some reason, as we add stories to the storytelling thing. Storytelling is a lost art in many ways. You know, most comedians today, the popular ones out there, are really good storytellers, and that's what they do. They're observers of stories of life, and they're slanted to be humorous. Well, there may be some humor in some of these, but again, my motivation was to share this with my family, and we'll just kind of see where this goes. So, welcome to the Golden Storyteller.